Hey everyone, let's talk about running, how to get started and what kind of equipment you should get or not get, or what you need to get into running. Now, running for me is a very easy and perfect sport. You can do it anywhere and you can start right at your house or at your hotel when you're traveling. No extra equipment is needed apart from shoes and sportswear. When it comes to the sportswear, there you can spend a lot of money on it. But I wouldn't recommend buying the most expensive stuff when you just get started. Just put on some sports clothes you have around, a t-shirt, shorts, fine. But don't save too much money on your running shoes. They are the most important thing. They protect your feet, your joints and everything. And good running shoes make a difference and make you enjoy running more. Of course you can buy running shoes for full 500 euros. But I found a shoe for me that's about 100 euros and I found it this way. I went into a running store and said I need a running shoe. So they made a running analysis with like me running on a treadmill. They are taking films of that, looking at how I run to find the perfect shoe for my feet. And then I told them about my limit of 100 euros and they only showed me shoes that fit into that budget. And I've been quite happy with my shoe. I've been using the same type of shoe for years. I usually go into the store with my old shoes now and say like, I want the newest version of this model. And then they take it out and I try it on and voila. Now when it comes to running, you can buy a lot of extra equipment. For starters, I would recommend also a heart rate monitor. You usually get a belt and a watch where you can monitor how your heart rate is doing. This really helps you to find out if you're too fast or too slow. In the beginning, when you're running, a lot of people just run too fast and then they're exhausted very soon, so they don't really have any training effect. And your heart rate can help you there. You need to run not too fast and not too slow to get a training effect. And nowadays we also have a lot of gadgets that help us run and monitor our running effects. When I started off running for the half marathons, I started using the Nike Plus feature. Back then we didn't have smartphones, so you just connected it to your iPod Nano and then it collected the data of like how fast you were, how far you ran and things like that. And you could also program it to tell you like how far you want to run so that you can get information like how far you are actually now and how much further you have to run. Today with smartphones, you have a lot of alternatives. You can use this Runtastic, you can still use Nike Plus on the smartphone. And there are also a lot of other apps that help you and make running fun. Francie from the Book Party made a very long video about the Zombie Run app and it sounds a lot of fun. I'll link her video so that you can go over there and watch it. One important thing to remember when you're just starting to run is that you cannot go outside and expect to run half an hour. That's basically impossible for most people. You need to find some kind of training program. There are a lot of programs out there. They all have a similar structure. You walk a bit, you run a bit, you walk a bit, you run a bit. I started using mine that was training me for 20 minutes. So I was always out 20 minutes. And during the course of 13 weeks, I think, I ran more and walked less. So that way, after 13 weeks, I was able to run 20 minutes. Now, when I want to add on to that, I just run longer distances. And that's possible. But when you start out, you need some kind of program. There are a lot of these programs out on the internet. I think one is called Couch to 5K that a lot of people use. I think the Zombie Run app has a training option as well where you can learn how to run. Just have a look around. I'll leave some links of what I know. That's basically all the things you need to get started. When you run somewhere where it's dark, I would recommend buying like a headlight. I bought this last year. I know it looks stupid, but nobody sees you, it's dark and you can see where you're running. So my tips for getting started are don't spend too much money unless you know you really enjoy it. Don't save money on your shoes and just have fun. Explore all the gadgets you can find for free, the apps and the running routes. Maybe find a running group around where you are and just go out there and do it. Running is fun. In comments, let's talk about this. Maybe you know a great app or a super starter program. Just leave the links there so that we can all use it and get running.